Hey guys, it's me again, Barry with Barry's 8-track and classic car radio repair. This time we're demonstrating an AM-FM 8-track out of a 77 Corvette. This comes from Wayne in Blackstone, Massachusetts. Wayne has requested the modern internal conversion. I can't really call it an FM conversion because the radio had FM originally, so it's just a modern conversion, and you're going to have a heck of a lot more output power now. And one thing I have to say is this customer requested the use of his original connector, which is fine. Now, on most Delco radios, not all, but on most of the older Delco radios, the speakers are common grounded to the car chassis. The negative terminal of all speakers are connected to the car chassis, which means the speakers are common ground. Now, on this particular unit here, this customer's car has fully isolated speakers with no grounds at all. So you're going to get a heck of a lot more output power from your radio than you did before, and it's going to blow your speakers at high volume levels. There's no way around that. Your original radio put out maybe 5 watts per side to be shared between front and rear speakers. This radio now has 22.5 watts per speaker. So it's okay to use your original speakers, but you're probably going to blow them out and have to replace them at some point here. So that being said, let's go ahead and turn this puppy on. I've got it set to AM at the moment.
Heavy Truck Month at Lamb Chevrolet. If you've been on the hunt
to the one strong AM station I get. And while we're on talk radio, let's demonstrate the balance and fader functions.
One of these beauties for yourself right now. 0% financing
virtual front rear fader. Here we go.
Chevy truck plus fader adjust.
Okay, so now this control is adjusting your front rear speaker balance. Adjust it as long as you want.
New units are
Stop
arriving
adjusting
daily,
it.
so make sure to visit Lamb. Fader set.
Fader is set. Okay, let's try the left-right balance control. Same procedure, except we turn our tone control twice to the left to activate that.
Stop by, check out your balance adjust.
Alrighty. All the way left, all the way right, left, right,
Link to
and
limited for 0% financing. Excludes Tahoe and
let it time out.
Balance
it. Okay, now you may notice that we did not use the original front-rear fader. I never reused the original front-rear fader because they are self-destructive by design, and they will go bad on you. So that's one of the reasons that we have a fader control inside the tone control. Okay, let's go over to FM, and I have all 5 presets set to stations in my area so we can get through this quickly.
Más en la sanación de condiciones físicas.
Opportunity. Apply today.
Alrighty. Last but not least, check the 8-track. Got some Neil Sedaka here. Okay, gonna change tracks a bunch of times.
Wake up and live. Get up, and we'll settle down in the nearest goodbye. Still so get your kicks. Oh, got a one-way. Honey, won't you say you're mine? You're the answer.
All right, pull the tape out. Radio comes back. All right, let's test the dial light, make sure that flashes. You can see this peeking through that little opening there. So everything is working, and I'm ready to, hey, that's the last video I have to do today. So on that happy note, I'm Barry with Barry's 8-track and classic car radio repair, and I'll show you guys how you can tell the difference between a common ground and an isolated speaker system from the radio itself, or at least on this the Delco radio here. Now on most of your Delco radios, okay, this is the, I'm trying to work backwards here. Okay, that's your power connector, 12 volts, dial light and all that. This is the front speaker connector, and this is the rear speaker connector. Now, because this has fully isolated speakers, there's 4 terminals on the rear speaker connector. If this was a common ground system, there would only be 3 terminals on the rear speaker connector. So that's how you can tell the difference between whether your radio of this type with this type of connector. This doesn't apply to the recessed connector. This only applies to connectors that look like this, basically. If it's got, not counting the power terminal, If it's got a total of 8 terminals, you have an isolated speaker setup. If it's only got 7 terminals, then you have a common grounded speaker setup. So that's how to tell the difference between those two configurations. So my website and phone number are in the description below. I do ask all customers to visit my website before calling me with a 15-minute series of questions, because that's what the website's for. The more time I spend on the phone, the less time I have to put into my quality workmanship. So I do ask all customers to visit my website, get an idea of my prices, options, turn times, and all that before calling me. And then by the time you call me, it'll be like, well, I just got this one question about the work order I wasn't sure about. I wanted to make sure I've got my unit packed correctly, stuff like that. But as far as your options and prices and all that, please visit the website first. Thanks so much for watching, listening, guys. Thank you, Wayne, for your business all the way from Blackstone, Massachusetts. We'll see you guys next time.